open to preaching the peace.
Yes.
How so?
I already explained it to you. Lots of times you just don't want to listen.
Sharing the
gospel.
I was sharing the gospel. I was sharing the gospel.
What happened is we were called to the area of Church and Wellesley Street. So
Good afternoon, everybody. This is James from the Unfree Project, and I want to thank everyone who has joined in on the conversation by subscribing and getting the notifications when these videos come up. Please share, please like, and let people know what's going on, and let's get the conversation started, and not only start amongst ourselves, but take the conversations outside of here, because it's not just preaching to the choir, but let's let that choir go out and go do something out there in the streets. And speaking of streets, I want to share this video today that I recently found. And I've been watching this guy for a while. And what I love about this man is that he is a street preacher, and he preaches boldly to the homosexual, the LGBTQ community there in Toronto, Canada. But recently he has come face to face with having to go to jail. But I'm not going to talk too much about his situation. But what I do want to do is say this. Guys, we are at that place spiritually in America, around this globe, where Christians are being persecuted, not only in places like China, but where it is very severe, but also in places like Canada, where they've already had laws on the books now for a while that persecutes Christians for speaking out, especially against the LGBTQ community. So here in America, when you think of the persecution that's here now, is on a different, it's actually a little bit more sinister, because it's coming down from a perspective of let's get them through laws in terms of the HR 5, that's the Equality Act that's coming down, or that they're trying to get passed. And when you think of people like the baker Jack Phillips, when you think of there's a couple, excuse me, not a couple, but two partners in business who have a calligraphy business who were recently taken to court as well. But they were Christians because they would not use their calligraphy for a same-sex wedding. So there are cases like that that have went out, that are being taken to court because they do not support LGBTQ ideology. So let's get into this video right here. But again, I wanted to let everyone know that we have got to wake up. We've got to be prepared for the persecution that's coming, because as a matter of fact, it is already here, and it's going to manifest itself worse and worse. And this is something I've been talking about for a while. But again, now we are truly seeing how this particular, I guess you could say, demon is going to manifest itself, and the persecution is not necessarily going to be what we see in China, but it's going to come through various ways that are on that are more sinister, as opposed to just smack in your face. But the in your face is coming as well. So let's check out this video right here by Pastor David Lynn. All right.
Everybody can have dignity and respect, everybody. But you know, it's not all the time that this is carried out. Sometimes hatred is carried out by people of various members of the community. We're here to tell you that we hate nobody. So I'm coming out of the closet and saying I'm a Christian. And I want to know whether you would tolerate me as a Christian. Would you tolerate me, sir? Would you tolerate me as a Christian? I don't want to engage. Ma'am, would you tolerate me as a Christian? Would you tolerate me as a Christian? Go away? Okay, so you're a bigot. Would you tolerate me as a Christian? You don't want to talk to me. Would you tolerate me as a Christian? Would you tolerate me as a Christian? So you don't want to talk to me? You don't want to talk to me? You don't want, you're telling me to get out? You don't want to talk to me? Have your backs faced towards me?
Acceptance. What about acceptance?
What do you, I accept you. You're here. You want to shake my hand? What did I say?
We couldn't touch you.
But why do you need a microphone?
So that people can hear the good news of Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm just going to continue on with what I had to say. We have people that can't even say that they love me. They can't even say that they tolerate me, and I didn't even say anything. Except God loves you. You don't accept me? Why would I have to get out of Toronto? I don't have to. This is a public sidewalk. I pay my taxes. Everyone's accepted. And that's what we preach as Christians, that everybody is accepted. Jesus died for the sinner. Do you know that every person is a sinner? Don't touch me, please. Please take that off my body. I'm allowed to walk freely in Canada, Toronto. Please Now you're assaulting me. Please. I'm trying to walk. I'm trying to walk.
He's walking into us, actually. We're just
I'm trying to walk. This is not love. I'm trying to walk. I'm trying to communicate and exercise my freedom of speech. Now you're trying to trick me? That's assault. I didn't, you know, it's funny. You know, when people are mature and they actually really love somebody, then they wouldn't be doing what they're doing. They would allow people to walk on a public sidewalk, but I'm not allowed to walk on a public sidewalk. The laws of Canada apply to Church and Wellesley. The laws of Canada apply to Yonge and Dundas. So I'm here to tell you today, when we stop loving other people, what ends up happening is that people get hurt and people stop loving. And that's why God sent his one and only son, Jesus. He sent Jesus to show what, okay, now you're talking, you're touching me. I'm here to tell you today that you deserve respect. It doesn't mean I agree with you.
You have the right to make sure that your microphone on.
I have the right. We've dealt with this in court already. So what's going on, sir? What's really happening, sir? Is I was physically assaulted. I'm asking you to arrest me. You didn't investigate the assaults. I can tell you one by one. They're all here. They've assaulted. Where did the lady go? The lady's right there. She assaulted me.
Turn this
If
off.
you want to issue a ticket for the bylaws, I'm more than willing. On what grounds?
For causing a disturbance.
No one's causing a disturbance.
You are, because
by
this-
exercising freedom of speech.
Take what I just said. People have been assaulting me and becoming bigots and hate speech against my religion. And so if you're willing to look at the evidence, this is all on live stream right now. City TV News is right here. So I want to exercise my freedom. Love conquers hate. Love conquers hate. There is hope for you. There is hope for me. There is hope for the sinner. Our street.
Please get back.
I didn't do anything against the law. I didn't do anything against the law. I didn't do anything against the law. You're ripping my shirt. Take my speech. No.
This is absolutely wrong.
Okay, well, I'm being arrested. For what? What did I do?
You are not upholding the law.
What did I do? We're going to give you all your information. What did I do? What did I do? Well, what did I do? I need to know what I did according to the law. This is against the law. This is against the law. This is against the law. Jesus Christ died for everybody. This is against the law. This is against the law. You guys gonna tell me when I'm being arrested? Cause of disturbance of breaching the peace. How so?
I already explained it to you lots of times. You just don't want to listen.
Sharing the gospel. I was sharing the gospel. Thank you, sir. I was sharing the gospel.
What happened is we were called to the area of Church and Wellesley Street. So we had arrested a man for disturbing the peace after he was allegedly yelling derogatory comments. The comments that he made were causing a commotion amongst the crowd, and there were people there that were clearly disturbed and appalled by the comments that were being made. I don't know what those comments were or what exactly it was that he was saying. And so that man was arrested and charged with the offense of disturbing the peace.
Our religious beliefs and our freedoms to exercise that belief are going to be taken away. Good! We didn't form a mob today. A mob was formed against us. Assault was demonstrated against us. We were assaulted. No one who assaulted us was arrested. But the person that was speaking and freely exercising their Christian beliefs was handcuffed, and we don't even know where he's at right now.